We are live. Let's put to make sure we have sound and everything. We will wait a little. Let's give a little chance to people like normal. The time is now 18, but I like always to give people a couple of minutes to enter the live trade. So I will now just check that everything is up and running normally, and we will get started. So let's see. Like that. Let's go back here. Everything seems to be okay. We are still waiting for some people. I will wait more 1 minute or so before we start. For the ones that see the record later, in this session, as always, will be from now on. There will be Forex and binary option signals, maybe some cryptocurrency signals, and the way I do things that I teach while I do my signals. I explain the reason behind my trades for binary option, for example, and for Forex. So then it will be up to you if you want to copy my signals or not. That's completely up to you. Or if you just want to use this session for learning, that's also completely up to you. So I think we will give it 1 more minute before I get started. So yeah, we wait 1 more minute, give chance for people to join in. I can start to get things ready here while we do so. Because we need, by the way, to log in these places and get things up and running. And this I can do, so you see how I do that also. So this one we can wait with for now. And let's put this one down to 4 hour. Let's see, still just one person here. Welcome to you, by the way. I think I will just double check 1 more time that all is running correctly here. It seems like all is up, so everyone have a possibility to see. Yes. Okay, let's start. As last time, I will start a little with Forex, because I think most enjoy. Let me put a pillow so I see a little better. All enjoy mostly binary options. I will wait with binary option till we have more people in following the trades, so they can copy and things whatever they want to. So let's go through. As we can see here now on the 4 hour, as always the way I do things have not changed that much since yesterday. What we can see that we have a resistance zone up here. Seems like we have based more like a resistance on here. This is an unproven area, so it's too early to say yet, because if you go through history with euro against dollar, the last 10 years we have not been at that level, so we don't have any proven support here. It seems like have formed some type of support here, but we have no idea how strong this one is, so it's nothing we can count on. So for a swing trader for euro against dollar, we don't have anything just right now. We can maybe have one when we break this resistance zone up here, if that's the case, or if we break this new format support here for the downside. But we will also then just wait for a retest before we will do something. So right now, as a swing trader, there are no trades for this one. But if we go down to maybe 30 minutes, then we might have something. So let's see here now, on the 30 minutes, we will do the same. You can see here, this one is formed and good. Here is tested a few times, so on the 30 minutes, this one is stronger, right? On the 4 hours, we can't tell too much yet. So here we can see that we have recently broken this trend line down. If you mark that one here, let's take it a little better. And we got more like a retest on what I like to see. We got our bar up, but it's not anything special happened yet. Seems like you also have a very weak resistant. If you can take a horizontal, this one will be a little thinner, I think. If you see in this area here now, we have more like a short time small resistance zone here on the 30 minute at least. But if you are struggling to find something to trade, we can, in some way, we can say we have a trade here. We can put let's which number we set it on 1509. Let's make that. So we take on 1509. We can take a stop loss just below here, because if we break down, by the way, we will go down. And we can take a small take profit up there, for example. Will not be a crazy trade, but if you don't find anything, it's something you can do, because I will say it has a huge chance that we'll at least go up and retest this resistance zone we see up here. So that's a trade for you. It's not a perfect trade, it's not something I will take myself, but it's a possibility at least if you really are looking for something to trade. And you just, for example, some people, they like to keep to like 3-4 pairs. It's something you can do. Like I said, it's nothing amazing about it, but the probability that you win with this trade, I will say it's quite big. Because I will think that we will retest up here at least before we go to the downside or to the upside. Right now we can go both ways, to be quite frankly with you. So typically after, for example, at least in the 30 minutes, when you have this short time trend line here, typically when you break the trend line, you typically will retest the resistance zone you will have here now. That was the support before. And then go either up or down. But yeah, so that's one trade for you, but I don't see anything more on this pair. So that will be more like a day trade for you. So for the ones that like that, that's how I will do for now. If I don't see anything on the 4 hour, we then go down to the 1 hour 30 minutes and see if we can find something there, or even 15 minutes, just so we can find something on almost every pair we're doing, just so you see my thought process. Let's remove all these things. That's from the last session. So we are not done with this one. Then let's open USD GPY. We start on the higher time frame. I always like to do that. It's much easier to mark certain areas that are important. So let's take a horizontal line. We can see clearly here is our resistance zone. We can actually say it's there. Yeah, we have our resistance zone there. Let's make one more in the down. Let's see. Always when I take my lines, I check where it hits many times, because sometimes you can get above it and things, but look where you touch the most places, and that will be the clown there. I will say is a good area. You can see even here, you can see you have a little space. So you also have some type of space in these areas, but for now that's good enough. Here, if you take a short time trend line here, you can see that we got a break of a trend line down. I think I did talk about this yesterday. And I told that when we were down in this region here, I did tell in that session that will be a high probability to go up here. I think I even might take profit have been taking from the trade yesterday. So now you can see we did come up to this region up here. It's like we have concluded almost this trade. Still, I will believe that it will go up and touch, at least touch this line up here, or maybe go a little above it, as you can see over here and over here. But right now it's not too much to do on. I would not have taken any trade here right now because we don't have any conclusions. The trade was yesterday. I did mark the trade down here. So you, for the ones that did take the trade from yesterday, I did give, you are in huge profit, and you can take your profit if you feel for it. But I still believe that will continue and go more up. It's a high probability for that. High probability. Let me see. Actually, yesterday. No, let me think. On. Let me see. Yeah, you're down here. So that, yeah. So for the ones, congratulations for the ones that did take my trade from yesterday. You are in huge profit. Now let's go down to 30 minutes to see if you can see something more fun here. You can see that we are actually above. You see he did break above, more like our resistance zone here that have turned support. That's why we can see now in the 30 minutes, we can call it there. You can see now we are, you see the hair, we touch it, go up, 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 and there we broke down to the downside. Now we shoot up about here, and we are now, the probability I see now is that, like I said on the 4 hour, I still believe that it will go up at least to touch this area up here, and then do whatever. If it will finally maybe shoot up about here and close above. But we only think about if we for some reason close above here on the 4 hour, and we can see that he managed to stay above this line, then it's a probability that USD GPY will continue to the upside. So, but that's for later. But right now, yes, seems like you can see we can go all the way down here before we have more or less broken it. But we need to have broken this, we need to close with the bar below this green line. And right now we can see that it's still 17 minutes left of this time. So even though you can see we are below this line now, does not mean that we have broken this this resistance zone. At least you can see down here we are in the same level and we shoot up. So only if we start to, of course, get with a bar like this one, yes, then we have broken it. But then it's too late, by the way. So yeah, right now I will believe that if this one close about here now, it's a very good entry on a day trade also. So then you can do, for example, if this bar here now close above this green line, let's say now that after a little while you go here and you close above, we can enter a trade exactly like this, set a stop loss, just very small stop loss like this, because you can see that we have not gone below that area, see, not even today with this one. And if close there, we open a trade and we can go all the way up to at least, I will say, to this region. And then you see that you get a 6x almost for your stop loss. And if you do that over and over again, now you can see you're above the green line. So then you always, if you do that like this, with a super tiny stop loss, you lose very little on trade, but you have so much upside. Yes, maybe the stop loss will be taken a few times, completely okay, but most of the time you will be okay. But like I said, that's only if this red one here now close above this green line, then this is something I will have prepared for. So let's go back to this one later. Let's move it all the way up to the top. Let's go back to it in 15 minutes and we can take a look, and then we can decide if we take the trade or not. But for now we can let it be like this, just so we can follow and see. Now let me see. Wait, just wait a little. Now you can see, now we are in a very good area, but we still need about 40 minutes. Now we'll see if there are any people with question or something. Let me see. This session, I will look at, I'll write down. In this session, I will look for our USD, GBP, USD, GBP, GPY, and USD, GPY. That's the one we will look at for the Forex at least. With binary option, we will just we will wait a little and see. Forex with binary option, I don't think about major pairs and things there. I just basically just trade. But with Forex, I think we'll just look at these pairs. Yeah, I'm not telling anyone to copy my trades, but you are welcome to copy. Yeah, we can say like that. So now let's see, as if you have at least some people online. So we can note, as we have a little minutes before this trade you're looking for Forex, we will take a look. I'll drink some coffee first, by the way. So we wake up, because for me it's actually a little morning still, because I live in Brazil. So the time difference is quite huge compared with Europa. It's like 5 hours now. So let's take a look at binary option. With binary option here, basically, if you look to the left side, you see more like a percent here. So here, I don't think so much about the pairs. Here, look more at what give me the most. So here we have about 85. That's something you look at. So let's now open. When I trade binary option, I basically just add two indicators. We add Bollinger Band, and I add the stochastic, like that. I like to edit this one. Let's make the lines white, because it's easier for you to see what I'm thinking. Let's do like that. And here we can change the blue line to be yellow. I think show a little better, like that. Okay. So here we actually have a trade right away. So let's take a call. The reason for that trade, you can see we are out on the Bollinger Band in the bottom line. We are low in stochastic, and if I can draw a line here now, let's take a that will work. You can see that we are at a resistance zone. So if we lose, we are going to prepare. I margin girl, you don't need to do it. I do it, because if I lose a trade, I always win. So I will take now. I did take 10 on the first. You can see down here. We are out of the money right now. For me, that's completely okay. I'm ready to go in again with a $25, because then I replace the $10 and I still get $11 profit. Okay, so now we just need to wait and see. And we go again, because we lost the trade. We are now in with $25. That means we are in with 35 total. I have a calculator. It will start to be more complicated if I lose many in a row. Let's take 10 plus 25. It's of course 35, so I can just write that. So then we need to prepare. We need to replace 35. So if you go with 50, we should be golden. Yes, I'll say 55 even, to make it a little more fun. So we can go down to a tick chart, so we see better our entries. You see our entries all the way up there, so not good. That is okay. We are ready to go in again if we lose. You see, we lose around here, so we just need to wait. I don't know why he's not moving. It's a little confusing to see. Let's go back here if you can see better. Okay, looks like we lost again. Completely okay. We go in again. There, we are 55. So then we take plus 55. We are in with a total of $100. So if we take 150, will that cover it? Then make a $28 profit. We can do that. So now we need to just wait. Looks like we did lose our bullish balancings. I will add it after. We are now exactly on the resistance zone. No support, I mean. Typically, I don't lose so many times in a row, by the way. Let's see now. We have already lost 2 trades. I don't normally lose more than 2 in a row, but let's see how we do this time. We got a small jump here down, so it's a little strange how it looks like. Maybe we did break down, that's why. But always when you break down, you get a retest, so I think we'll get it on next. So we go in again. Now we are going in quite hard. I hope you did not copy, by the way, because this was not a good trade. So let's take a plus 150. We are done in with a total of 250 we put then 400. That we don't need so much. Let's take 350. Then you still make profit. So then now we are getting the retest. So then I think we're going to win now. That means if we win this one now, we had 3 losing. We did win. So if we then go to close it, you can see we got 3 losses in a row. That's actually the maximum I normally do in my channel. That's why I'm martingale, because when the interest I have is normally so good that if I lose, I typically use just 2 in a row. So if we take the calculation here now, we take 150 plus 55 plus 25 plus 10. We have our entry of $240. We take then minus 200 and call that 78. We made $38. So not crazy money, but it's still profit. Every profit we can make is good for us. Okay. Now we are getting close to our Forex trade, so let's go back to Forex. But before I do that, let's see if it's any questions. Can you turn down a little? Okay. I guess that's not for me, because I'm not going to turn down anything. I'm going to talk even louder if that's the case. I nearly missed your session. Really happy that I'm here. Okay. Yes, perfect. Happy to see you, Melvina. Is that your name? Melvina, did I say it correctly? I guess so. There. Okay. Then let's go back to Forex, because right now we are getting close to our USD GPY trade, and I did not like what I'm seeing. I was hoping that we were not going to shoot up that much, because when this happened, our stop loss also get a little bigger. Okay, so in this case, we need to move like this, and you can see then it's still a decent trade, but you see our stop loss start to be closer to the same as our take profit, and that's not something we want. But it's not said, written in stone, that we'll close all the way up there, but I prefer when closed just right above. So I was correct at least with that. I thought this was just a fake out, but I would prefer if we close it at least right here or something, so the stop loss will be smaller. But Still, misunderstand me correctly, it's still a trade you can take. You can take it all the way up here also, because the probability that we will retest at least one more time up here if you're going to do the downside is still huge. So you can think about doing that. I would have taken take profit here, by the way, but yeah, probability that you go all the way up here is huge, because dollar is very strong at the current moment. So the possibility that we will go more up, I think so, because Japanese yen is incredible weak lately. So we like to trade with the trend, and if you take one day, you can see what the trend is. You can see, you can even go more back here. You can see we have just gone up all the way since I will say since September last year. Dollar have only been going up for Japanese yen, and it's nothing said that we are not going to break these levels and go even higher. So right now, trade with the trend, that's what I tell you. And to trade with the trend, look at the higher time frames. One mistake many do is that they look at indicators. Indicators can be good if you trade them correctly, of course. But if you start to be looking on RSI, for example, you see I have a RSI here, because always come when I start my free version of trading you, come the RSI in the bottom. If you be trading RSI, you will have lost so much money. It's not even funny. See here now, for example, I'll give you an example. Say now that you are a RSI trader and you trade on 4 hours. You will have then entered a short here. Obviously, you can see what happened. You are RSI trader, you are up here. Many teach you, you're high in RSI, go down. No, you're high here. You are even in 75, what happened? You go up. You are here, you go up. You are here at the level of 87. Wow, no, it's going to go down, right? You're on 4-hour RSI. What happened? You go up. Don't trade RSI. I have seen, I'm not going to be telling YouTubers names, but search NBA strategy. Garbage. Don't trade RSI. If you start to trade RSI, especially without stop loss, you can do it together with Bollinger Band, you will be a little better. But even though I can say without looking, you say here you would have gone out of the Bollinger Band, you will be high. You need at least, if you had set a stop loss up here, at least you would not have lost too much money, but you have lost many trades in a row. Many at a row. So, like I said, do not trade RSI. RSI can give you an indication of where we're going next, but no, RSI is not good to be trading. Try to learn yourself to, the best way of trading is trending lines and support resistance. Don't have indicators. I will actually just remove them because we're not going to use them. So why we have them, I don't understand. We don't need them. I did in some sessions before, because I understand some people do not want to learn to trade properly. See my sessions from before where I'm talking about MACD and Dogecoin channel. But it's not the way most YouTubers will tell you how to use it. I have my own way, and if you trade the way I am doing in these sessions, you will at least make profit. So it's super easy to follow. So check my past sessions and you will then see how I am trading. We can say like that. I think we will say we are now 1 minute away, so we can say it closed there. So that means our entry bill here. So yeah, you can take this trade. I will take it. I will not have in 30 minutes, of course. Let's go back here. Let's zoom out. I will take my take profit around this region here. So it's not a trade I wanted. I will actually then just move my stop loss little there, so get a little better. So it's 1.5 at least. I feel better about it. So this is my trade for USD GPY. So I can actually just post it. So for the ones that want to copy it, this is a trade right now. So let's take USD GPY entry. Let's take there. Let's go back. Let's see. There we have a stop loss. I always put stop loss first. That's the most important. We go back, set the stop loss. We put it at there. This is a day trade, by the way, so it's a trade that will be done very fast. So I will take profit there and TP like that. So that's my trade for USD GPY just right now. Cop it if you want to. It's not as good as we were hoping for. We were hoping we will get entry closer to. Actually, if you enter now, you are getting a better position. If you're slow, you can see now that you're getting much better position than me. Now the trade can be even 1.6, so now you're getting a better position, because I was hoping to get a position close to here. So there you have that at least one trade. We can mark that. We are done with USD GPY. Now let's take a look at GBP USD. That's another pair we are trading with. As always, we go to a 4-hour. If you have a few people here now, let's see. Let's take a binary option trade again. Let's take it. Let's take another pair. Let's take a look how this one looks like. I don't like when you get this jumping you see here. I don't like so much. Let's see if we can find another one. There we have a good paying one. Yeah, here we can play a little. So as always, we put up our indicators. We put up Bollinger Band. Opa. Bollinger Band. We need that. And we need a stochastic. You can put stochastic RSI, is basically no difference. We put this one to blue, we put to yellow, I think it's better, shows better. And this one, we take both these ones to white, because basically show a little better. So it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. So you can see now we are out of the Bollinger Band. We zoom in. We were actually a little late. The trade would have been on this one. So now I want to wait and see what this one will do. If we can go down again, we will have a trade. So you can see here now a trade for me on this one. If you take a horizontal line, it's on this line. So if you then zoom in, if you can come down to this line here, we will take a $10 trade. Looks like we are getting it. I was a little late. While I changed it to $10, it go up. If you can go down again, I will take it on a red bar. Let's say it like that. That's what I can see. Maybe I was too late. If you take the trade here, it would be perfect. But I was changing from a high $350 bet. Yeah, looks like we lost this trade. Little sad. I was a little slow in my trigger. Will be a very beautiful trade. So you can see we did go out of the Bollinger Band in the low side. We were low in stochastic, and we are in a support area. So yes, you can see if I have been faster, this would have been a beautiful trade up. Very sad. There's nothing to do. I'm not this type of person that is sad of things I don't manage to do, because I'm following my rules. As long as I follow my rules, I feel good about it. So we can still follow a little. We will not take a trade up here, of course. We only take a trade down on this line. That's our entry line, we can call it. So while we're waiting that, we can see if you have any questions. No, yeah, that will be a good trade. So that was a good call. If you were able to get that trade, you would have a winner. So yes, you would have got that one. Yes, we are only winning on this. These sessions I do, we only win. We only win. So let's see. Now, looks like you're not playing this region here. Could be a trade if you are. I don't trade like this, but you can. You do see this line here now. If we break this line you see here, that can also be a trade because then you're breaking a resistance zone, and typically when you break, you shoot up after. So I keep to my rules. I don't trade it, but you will have many winners if you do that. It's a very high win rate. So you can see now we have touched that region many times. So right away we break this one. You don't need to wait for the next candle. You take an entry right away. We break this line, and that's a very good entry also. But like I said, I don't do it because I have my way of trading. I'm successful because I trade the way I do. But yeah, there are many ways of trading you can do with binary options. I'm just telling that. So it's no, it's just that you keep to the one way you're trading so you don't make it confusing for yourself. Because if you start to make it confusing for yourself, you start to do mistakes. And also, with both Forex and binary option, do not take too many trades a day, because if you do that, also you will start losing. Now we're getting close to our line. Let's see if we can get it. It's a probability will go a little below. Let's see. We are waiting. I should have taken it, but I sometimes I get too careful. That's my mistake. If I've taken the trade like I said, I will be golden, but I thought maybe we'll get a fake out from this one. That's why I was waiting. So yeah, even though it's $10, I don't play with money. Let's see again. Waiting. And also I don't like when you're playing in a so small zone. It's not so... I don't like when you're in a zone because we can shoot down and shoot up. So let's see. I start to be tired about this one here right now. I will wait just maybe 1 more minute, and if you have no trade in 1 minute, we close this one. Okay, we go in. We are in at least. So we prepare if a solution. We have a $25 bid. See now we got what I told. Breaking of the trend. I told it. I was waiting for it. But as it's a live session, I start to do take trades that I would not normally do myself. But I understand also it's boring to sit and look someone that is just waiting. So that's on me. But okay. We still got a winner actually. Let me see. I need to confirm it. Yes, we got a winner. So I was lucky there because now you can see he's doing what I told. So we got a winner with this one, with our line we have here, you see. So if you did manage to go in the same time like me, you did good. No worries. It's moving fast. It's actually, I will write a little for also for this. Some people don't have sound. You are careful. The thing is, it's better you lose some signals, because over trading is more dangerous. So let's be more careful. It's better. So yes, if you lose something, not to worry. As long as you do maximum 2-3 trades a day, you're golden. $300 profit, amazing, amazing, amazing. Happy for you. Yes. So till now today we have made some profit. Let's see if we can find something more. Let's call us done with this one because I think it's super boring. We are moving in this area here because now you can see the Bollinger Band start to be lower. That means it's a huge probability that we start to break down here now. So I'm not looking more on this chart. We are done with it. Let's go to USD GPY. Same like Forex. At the current moment, I will say we need to be in this level here. So if we can come down to this line here, we are looking at a buy trade. But at the current moment, this is not a trade for us. Also, we can see we have some type of resistance zone up here. We can mark it at least. So that's basically the area of interest we can say right now for USD GPY. Let's see if it's something we can do here, but probably not. So I think we'd rather just look a little on Forex instead. I think you got the idea about my way of trading with binary option. We have done 2 trades and 2 winners, so that's good. But I will repeat it for the ones that just join in. We have this line you see up here. So basically what I'm looking for. First, I mark the areas of interest about support and resistance. Then, for example, if we did come to the bottom side here, down to this line, that will be counted as a call trade because would have been below the Bollinger Band white line. And if the stochastic was down in the black area down here, that would be a call trade. So now, for example, if we touch this line here, I would say it's close enough for the a put trade because we will then be at the resistance zone. The stochastics start to be up in the good area. So that could have been a put trade for us. So that's basically how I trade. But I always put up the interest where you can see that you have an area that you touched many times. So support, resistance, combine it with Bollinger Band and stochastic. That's the way I trade with binary option basically. But I think we are done with binary option for this session. There will be more later. But now we will concentrate about Forex. So let's see if we can look through one more pair. Did we mark this one? No, we did not do. So now let's look at GBP USD. But before I do that, let's see if there are any questions. There are no questions. So then we can start to mark up things here. So always I start at the highest time frame. We mark up here, we can see that we have some type of, actually we had it here. So we can see here right now that we are below the support. So this is a resistance zone now. So here I will say we have a trade on the 4 hour actually. If this one here now close on the 4 hour above but this is 1 hour 50 minutes in the future, okay? So if we, let me mark it up, if we close above this, actually I will move it a little more up first. Let me do that. Let's remove this. Let's move a little more up. We need to put on the closing. There, I think we have it. Yes, let's do that. If we can close above this green line in 1 hour and 15 minutes, we can take a long position at this level here. I guess then you will be done with the downside. So we move then the stop loss. So we have the stop loss exactly below the lowest point we see here. And a take profit, let's then look at the next level of interest. That will be up here. It's a huge probability that will at least go up here and retest, and then he will figure out if you continue in this area, continue to downside, whatever. But at least our take profit can be all the way up to around this region, because this resistance zone can be this region here basically. So that will be a 1 to 2.28 trade. So I will say that's 1 to 1 to 2, we can say. So that's a good trade, because that means if you're trading, if your stop loss is $1, you're making $2 on the take profit. So that's basically how I trade. But that's only if this one turn green. Don't need to be on this candle, can even be on the next, but he closed above this green line we have here. Our green line, for the ones that can't see it, is at 1.19257. That's the, we need to close above there. So if you take a look here, my entry price then will be in what you see here now, what I'm marking, at 1.19341. That would be my entry, or a little above it, depending where we are closing, of course. But then we can go down to the 30 minutes, because sometimes you can have other trades. Let's remove this one. Let's remove it. Now let's see if we can see some other trades here. On the 30 minutes we can see, it's not actually that much. We can see we actually have a small trend line there. Let's see. Short term trend line on. So you can see here it's something the same, do you see? So here I think what will happen, we will fight in this region here. So in the 30 minutes you can get another trade actually. Here is a high probability that you will play, I'll mark it, will play in this region here, like this. And then he will come into a squeeze of a 30-minute trend line and 4-hour resistant zone. So then he will either break up or fall down. Whatever he do, you have a trade. If he break up, then you put your stop loss a little above here, and then you can shoot up for as much you want basically. Or if you go down, then at least he will go down and retest down here, and then you can put your stop loss, like for example, if for the downside, you can put your stop loss around a little above this resistance zone, and take the take profit all the way down to this region down here. Let's see, I can mark it for not this one, but here. So then you have a trade from all the way down here. So that's, so you can see on the 30 minutes we got another trade basically. So that's why I always do. I always go and I look at the higher time frame first, for them to go down to the 30 minutes, because then I have already marked up the zones and we can see other type of trades. So you don't need to lock yourself to be a swing trader or day trader. If you don't know the difference between swing trader and day trader is basically when you're trading on 15 minutes and 30 minutes. That means your trade stop typically within a day, before the day is done. With a swing trader, you can have a trade off for months basically, but typically it's over a day, so like 1 week for example, whatever. But that's the difference between swing trader and day trader. But you don't need to be one of them, you can be both. Like you see what I'm doing here now on my sessions. I go first on the higher time frames, mark it up, see what if I can do something on the longer term, and then I go down and I can see other trades that actually can be the other direction. Like here, if you look on the 4 hour, you will never think about taking a short trade, right? But on the 30 minutes, then we can see smaller trades. Of course, your pips levels will be less, but still, you get more trades within a day. And some people like that. I like both. I am not locking myself for either swing trading or day trading, but you have both possibilities at least. Now I will just see if everything is online, everything is up and running still. So I'm not talking to myself. That's also good to know, right? Looks like everything is up and running. Now let's see if there are any questions. There is no perfect day for it, so why don't we make today such a day? Yeah, I don't exactly see what you're trying to say there, but yes, every day is a day where you can make profit basically. If you don't manage to do a trade on Forex, you see I did on some trades on binary options, so every day can be a day of profit. So sometimes with Forex, you trust me, there have been a week I've been trading Forex and have not found one trade. But by binary option, you can find many trades. But like I said, do not overtrade. If you trade binary option, and you trading, and you start to do like 100 trades, your brain start to be so tired, and you start to do trades that you would not done if you were awake. By the way, I need to drink some coffee. So don't overtrade. And with Forex, do maximum do 3-4 trades a day. Don't overtrade either. Because trust me, if you go down to 50 minutes, some people trade on 5 minutes, you get so many trading opportunities, and you start to do bit trading, just bit trading. So don't do that. So keep to, I will say, keep to 3-4 trades a day with Forex. Don't be messing around too much with Forex. 3-4 trades, that's it. Now let's see if we can take one more pair. We have time for that. Let's start on the 4 hour like we always do. Let's see if we can mark up some interest zones. So you can see here we have a resistance zone up here. Let's see what this zone see if we take in a high little back. Yes, it looks like here is a quite strong actually support here. That's it for now. And we can mark the next level. Let's see. I will say around here. So let's mark that. Let's make that one around there. Let's move it a little. Oh, we can't. There. We can have it there. So here we have a good area to play with. So here, for example, I would say if we can close above, let's make this one red. But you have support is better that is red, and have green for resistance, just for the eyes to work better with us. So if we close above this green line in 1 hour 5 minutes, we can be looking on a long position here, like here for example, and take profit maybe up to this level. You don't need to take all the way up to the resistance zone, but that will be good enough. And of course our stop loss will be around there, for example. So it will be 1 to 3 trade, we can say. So if you lose $1, you make $3. So that's a good one. That's one trade. Only if you close up below it, you might go for the downside, but I will not do that. Then we can go to the 30 minutes. We might see something else. Here you can see that we already have retested. So if you look at the 30 minutes, we see we also have a more like a short-term support for the 30 minutes. So if we, for example, close below this red line here now, that is more like a support on the 30 minutes, we can even take it a little lower, just to make sure. There. If you close below on the 30 minutes, that means in 4 minutes and 42 seconds, if we close below here, we can then take our short position at this level here, we can then take the stop loss around there and take profit down to this level here. So it'd be 1 to 2 trade. So there you can see once again, when we look on the smaller time frame for day trading, we get another possibilities of trades that we don't consider when we look on the higher time frame. So on the higher time frame, I was basically just looking for a buy trade. If you break this line you see here. But on the 30 minutes, we actually can see that is a possibility for short-term trade for the short position. So once again, you can see that you have possibilities for, but this is too small. We can say too small for a swing trader. We don't look this small things like this on swing trader, but for day trader, this is something we can take. So just so you see the difference between swing trade and day trade, you see completely different trades. So if you are trading together with a friend, for example, and he say, I'm short now on GPP, GPY, and you say, how can he be short? I don't see it. Because that can be because you are a swing trader and you're looking on higher time frames. But for the short term, he might be correct. You both can be correct. That's the thing. He is correct. He can be. You both can actually win your trade, even though you're trading two different direction. That's the beauty of Forex trading, that both of you can come and say, but I was correct. How can be correct when you're trading the other way? You see? That's the point, because when you're a day trader, you're taking smaller pips and you can be correct and make profit every single day, trading different from your friend that is trading swing trading. You see? So that's the biggest difference between the two ways of trading. Now there are only 3 minutes left. Now I will basically just answer some questions. We don't have time for some more tradings. So if you just want to turn off now, you can do so, because now I will just answer questions. We will not be trading anything more now. We have gone through 4 pairs of Forex. We have done, I think I have given 3 or 4 signals for Forex. And I have given 2 signals for binary option. We did win both of them, by the way. One we needed to martingale, but we did win, because I martingale. That's the way I trade, basically. So let's now go to if there are any questions. I did not really think that could be a winning one. I guess you're talking about the binary option trade I did. Yes, it did turn well, but you just need to trust in the way you're trading. If you trust it, you will always be good. Okay, so basically that's the answer. Trust in your trading, basically, because when you know you have an entry and you have done it for years and you know your entry is good, you can actually martingale. In Forex, I do not martingale, but in binary option I do. It's a huge difference between the two. Huge difference. So in binary option I martingale, but for Forex I don't do. How long do you trade? That's a difficult question, because I trade, sometimes my trades can be done in 30 minutes, sometimes it's over days. But the time I spend with trading a day, I will say between 1 hour to 4 hours. That's how much I spend on trading a day. Depends. Sometimes I need to be really, like if I'm taking Forex trading, for example, I really need to look at the chart. I need to follow. For example, with this one here, for example, we're looking on the 4 hours. If you go back to the 4 hours, we remove this one here. Like here, you need to be waiting. So I'm not basically trading, but I'm waiting for a trade. I need to wait to see, for example, here I need to wait a few hours before close, maybe above. If don't close, I need to wait more 4 hours to see if I can close above. So sometimes you need to be patient. You're not trading, so to say, but you are waiting for a trade. So I think that's if that's answer your question. Uh, I can spend the hours, but I'm not physically trading. I do only do maximum 3-4 trades Forex a day. And I don't do so much more binary option trades either. I finish maybe 3-4 trades binary option a day also. So basically I do maximum 6-7 trades if you combine the two a day. So but the waiting time for each trade can be long. Like with binary option also, sometimes I can be looking for a trade for 20 minutes before I get to actually trade. So trading is how you see it. Because you take time to mark up everything, you need to physically be entering a trade. If you're thinking trading, like if it's a trade is to be in a trade, I don't trade so much. But yes, there can be hours of work to go enter the trade. So yeah, that's my answer. But yeah, it was a good question actually. So I think that's it for this session. I will be back in Friday, so the ones that want to copy what I'm doing to see my markups and things for Forex and binary option, you are welcome to join me next Friday, same time like I was live now. So for the European time, it's 18:00, so 18 or 5 depending on the time zone, but it will be between 18 and 17 European time. Okay, so that's it for now and have a wonderful day.